today I kind of wanted to go over YouTube content farms are getting worse. If anyone doesn't know what that is. Now, I am very new to Twitch. However, I have been watching YouTube stuff since the dawn of time. Since it probably came out, I like to say. So content farm. Anyone remember like Elsagate? So it's pretty much that. And, you know, YouTube pretty much took it out of the way. I want to say it was, God, I'm trying to think. It was probably like 6-7 years ago. It's been a long time. And more or less, it's a lot of content that is, for better or worse, pretty much very subjective towards children. And it's usually a lot of things that is maybe more or less not safe for work stuff. A lot of clickbaiting, a lot of stuff that you're like, I don't know about that. However, Saver Sparks, really good content creator. He's made so many videos about stuff like this and many other things. Which, by the way, it's a lot of low effort, low quality stuff, which you'll see.
And it's only going to get worse from here.
What is a content farm? Well, here we go. Well, it's a channel
not good
on an
stuff.
online platform
Low quality things. Low quality
videos at breakneck speed. Quantity over quality. And said videos to be...
Which, by the way, going over that, that is something very common that I've been noticing, not only for like Twitch, since that tends to be like the big thing I've been working on, but even a lot of like the new things I've been working on for YouTube. Now, I'm very new to a lot of this. So with that being said, I've been doing lots of research, and that is something that I've been noticing very common. It's a very common thing. So a lot of people are thinking, hey, put way more out there than actually giving out really good stuff that actually took some time, some effort. And it's things like that that makes you really sad, because like some of the best things on this platform are usually things that people put their blood, sweat, and tears in. So seeing stuff that's very easy to make and they can get thousands upon millions of views actually blows my mind. It's almost making it so as if YouTube is kind of rewarding it in a way, which is unfortunate to say the least.
Focus on trendy topics that are already in the public zeitgeist. To get their point across, they will use clickbait with outrageous or lewd images.
Pregnancy, then you have a lot of like boobs, you have a lot of things that are like pretty much like not safe for work stuff, and it's all directed towards kids, because a lot of things is this, like they always go for a lot of topics that of course are like trending for kids, which by the way, if anyone doesn't know, scary stuff, Five Nights at Freddy's, Poppy's Playtime, I'm glad I remember the name of that one. Many others too, many others. It is crazy the amount of, I guess, like content farms that people can make off of many different genres. And I've noticed a lot of times it's with more horror stuff. Like if you think about it, and I've given you guys a couple examples before, but I do have kids, or used to, and let me tell you, they always gravitated towards kid scary things. I don't know what it is with scary stuff. I'm not like the biggest fan. Love horror movies, but don't like horror games. Either way, it's very common for people to kind of just jump on these things, and it's always horror related.
And the effort of
I suppose the digital circus thing up on the top may not be. Not exactly sure. I've never really watched it.
Unturned. 2D, 3D, puppets, toys, Has-Been Hotel, digital circus.
I do like Has-Been.
Skibidi toilets, Five Nights at...
By the way, I just learned what Skibidi Toilet was. I never played Gary's Mod. Apparently that's from Gary's Mod. Interesting. Maybe I'm just old. And I should know it if I am older, but like, I guess I never really lived on the internet too much, minus YouTube things. But if anyone wants a little context, I pretty much only ever watch YouTube videos that were more for learning stuff, how to learn a guitar, how to be able to fix like a tire, stuff like that, etc. But not really much for memes and stuff. I guess I must have missed it.
Freddy's, Illuminati, Minecraft, Friday Night Funkin', Squid Game.
Never had a chance to play that game.
Among Us, and even live
never played that one either.
Doing things that somehow don't violate YouTube's terms of service. Now, who would watch these videos? They get millions of views, so somebody is watching. Who would be so impressionable, so naive, so easily misled.
By the way, when it comes to kids, because you know he's gonna say kids, that's why there's a lot of rules on what you're allowed to show kids. Kids are impressionable. Kids have no idea. Like, we have a new puppy, and the new puppy doesn't know what they're doing. They get scared often, and they're just kind of just doing whatever. That is how kids are. That's why when they talk about marking to kids, first off, it's a lot easier. And not only that, but it's also, you can be very predatory. And that's what a lot of this is pretty much about. Predatory practices that people know that they're going to watch because kids have no idea. Kids have no idea what they're looking at, what they're watching, what's even being like the main message here that is given to them. It's actually crazy if you think about it. That's why we have laws.
That they would allow this low-hanging fruit to its kids. The answer is kids. What we're witnessing.
By the way, do you see this? Do you see this? Low effort animations and many other things. I was told that it's not even just animation stuff like Minecraft and other things where they can just go in a game, put on a skin, boom, do a little bit of very bad acting. Actually, I heard there's a thing called like AI voice acting stuff, so they don't gotta do nothing. They don't gotta do nothing other than put like a skit in there and then boom. It is crazy to me thinking that's all you need. That's all you need.
Of YouTube kid
actually
cartoons.
blows my mind.
Elsa Gate 2.0.
I'm glad that he brought that up.
Those? The ones that featured Elsa and Spider-Man doing weird things that were primarily marketed towards children? You know, the vids that got YouTube in trouble.
Exactly. It was one of those things where like, first it was like a lot of kid stuff where in like the sense of like, they're just doing things. And then I specifically remember, just like we saw with some of the other thumbnails, there was like pregnancy, a lot of sexual stuff, you know, like, you know, big boob things, like, you know, a lot of very sexual innuendos, more or less. And YouTube got in trouble for that. Actually, I think they lost a lot of advertisement, I think. Also, I think I saw 2011. And if that's the case, God, I'm getting old.
Back in 2018.
God, I'm getting old.
Yeah, that garbage.
Yeah.
I actually did a video.
Wait, I think he did say 2015. Not exactly sure.
Yeah, but YouTube removed my video and gave me 0 reasons why. I think I struck a nerve. Not
only that, but during that time, because I do remember watching a lot of that. That was when my kids were still around. Big thing I noticed was that like anybody that was talking about it, including more, how should I say, like informational things, like, you know, people that are just trying to go over what it is, would just get knocked. It would just get banned. It would just get banned. So it sucks for like people that were just trying to talk about it, be like, hey, this is what this is. It's crazy to think about. You couldn't even be informed.
Yeah, I'm still bitter about it. But these kid cartoons are essentially bad. We cut off the Hydra's
You do all that work for nothing.
10 more took its place. And this problem just keeps getting worse with each passing day.
Directed towards kids. And again, not saying like let's get this clear. I do not think like stuff like being well endowed is specifically a sexual thing. It's what is being shown. Like, great example, you clearly see the white circle around the tits. You know what they're doing. Now, not saying that every well endowed person is supposed to be sexual or something bad, but they know what they're doing. It's them and many others.
Hey, why is it a problem, you ask? Well, for a couple of reasons. Number 1, they're content thieves. These channels are built on the backs of creators who actually contribute to the world with their creations. But the vast majority of these content farms are only...
I heard that's a fetish. Not entirely sure, but I heard that's a fetish. It's like, you know, actually, I'm not getting into that. I don't know. Somebody can tell me in like the comments. I think that's a fetish.
Even if some of these content farms qualify as fair use under satire, I still have disdain.
Like some of that animation wasn't bad.
Scummy tactics.
Also, I heard that's a skibbity toilet. I know nothing about that. I don't know. All I know is that it's from Gary's mod. And I could be wrong on that one too. But I heard that's from Gary's mod. Not too sure.
They aren't
I don't know what it's about either.
Create anything genuine or new or bold or imaginative. They are here to upload,
and just make that money.
and to cram as much content into the YouTube landscape as possible.
My thoughts are this when it comes to things like this: make your money. Slay queen, make your money. Whatever, do whatever you want. However, and this is something that I preach on my stream. Oh, which by the way, taking a small break from streaming. We'll be back on very soon. That's probably why you don't see chat. But when I think of like streaming stuff, I think of how old YouTube used to be, where people would just make stuff for fun. It's the creative value of things, whether it's just to do it for a passion or just in general because you want to. It's something that you've been dreaming of for a while. That's what I think streaming is, and that's what I also think, you know, videos for YouTube really should be about. I mean, hell, when I do stuff like this, because I love it. I love being able to talk about it. I love being able to show off things that I like in my passion. That's kind of a big deal. It's things that I've been thinking about for a while. Stuff like this is just churning stuff out. Do you think they give a fuck about this stuff? Hell no. You damn well know that they're not. Granted, they're making their money, but at the same time, at what cost? At what cost?
Because on YouTube, content is king.
True.
If anything, the platform is rewarding this kind of behavior and is taking more of a hands-off approach. It is even more so awful because the creators who are being copied by these farms have little to no recourse. Gooseworks.
My thing is this: how long will it last? How long will it last before we get in trouble again? How long will it last? My guess, maybe a year. Maybe a year. If that. I could be wrong. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope it's earlier. I hope that it's earlier.
Creator of Digital Circus is on record.
Because one day I want to do kids content, like stuff that I really wanted to do for my kids, something that they could watch, something that they like and enjoy. However, stuff like this would be stuff that I do not want my kids to watch, because you damn well know it's not going to be good stuff. And also, like, the messages. What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell the kids? What are you just in general trying to give back? And you damn well know it's nothing other than just a quick buck. It's just a quick buck. And that's, for content like that, just
praise towards these content farms and how powerless it makes her feel. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Point number 2. These content farms are notorious clickbaiters to the point of false advertisement. It is compounded by the
stuff like that. Literally just like sexual innuendos. And let me tell you, I'm not sure if you ever have kids before, but whether they're young kids or even like in their like 13, 14, their hormones, they're going to get a little wild. Of course they're going to click on it. Of course they're going to click on it. They're like, ooh, what's going on here? It's just as simple as that.
Fact that sometimes the thumbnails are stolen.
See,
art.
naked.
I actually
supposed
had
to look
an
like a penis.
artist email me personally and told me that their art was stolen by this Digital Circus content farm.
And they get away scot-free. Because here's the thing. Let's just say that they did that. Let's just say your video got taken down. They have 10 more, 20 more videos. And they're just going to keep on pumping it out. They don't care. They don't care. Whatever makes them that quick buck, which is awful.
Which is just downright shameless. Point number 3.
But they don't care.
Taboo topic matters. Many of these content farms don't know how to write or properly entertain their audience.
Exactly.
So they take aim at low-hanging fruit. Lewd relations, pregnancy, infidelity.
So strange. I'm assuming that's all fetishes. And again, fetishes given to children is no. Listen, no. That's all I gotta say. No. But hey, you know, whatever they can do to make that quick buck. I've said that many a times already. At least in this video.
Surgery and over-the-top violence that borders on torture. You know, things for kids.
Absolutely.
It definitely takes that morbid curiosity angle to bait in viewers.
You could probably watch this as like an adult and be like, what the fuck is going on? You would see probably stuff like this in like a horror movie or something. But just weird because like in horror movies, they try to make you feel uncomfortable also. This seems very similar. But just like us adults, kids like to see things like that too. However, they also are 5, 6... 10, like I'm not exactly sure where the exact age demographic is. I'm assuming it's somewhere between 5 and like 17, maybe 18, maybe even older. I'm not exactly sure.
And point number 4, derivative uploads. In my opinion, Content farms hurt the
It just looks
overall
bad.
ecosystem of YouTube. Again, it rewards bad behavior and ill-faith actors who are only there to steal from original properties and to
I want to second that, because here's the thing. It's not just on YouTube too. Like, you can see this on you can see it on Twitter, you can see it on like Twitch. It just, a lot of people, and you know what? He said it earlier, like in the video, is that when it comes to content creators, some people have nothing original for themselves personally. So what they do is just copy and paste. Copy and paste. You can actually see it a lot for Twitch. See a lot of content creators that probably are playing things that they don't give a fuck about. They don't like, they don't care, but like, they're trending. I'm going to be real with you. Elden Ring's coming out literally like today. And I bet you if you look at the category, you will see a lot of streamers that probably don't give a fuck about it. There's some new people that are curious, but there's probably gonna be a lot of people that literally are gonna keep trying because they're like, hey, this is what's trending. I promise you, go look at it. Go look at it.
pump out as much content as possible.
That DLC is about to be good. I am so excited.
YouTube's algorithm supports this. As long as these farms make money, YouTube gets paid too.
100%. They're making big money.
Turn a blind eye to it all, to cover their eyes in complete darkness.
And you remember what happened last time? That's why it's going to be an issue, because you already know is that we're going to get in trouble again. It's going to get in trouble again. There's going to be a problem. And they're like, oh, I didn't know. They're going to have to make different rules again. It's just going to be rinse and repeat. It's going to happen, boom, boom. And I bet you like 5 years after it's done, something else is going to happen again. Maybe not even that long. Maybe only like a couple. I'm trying to think of Elsagate. Like when that happened specifically. I think he said 2015. Could have been 2011. But if it's starting to happen again, and it's probably been happening for like a year, maybe like 2. So it's probably been happening for a minute. So how many years is it going to take for it to kind of just come back again? It will. They will always find a way. People are always trying to find the easy route towards things. So it's going to happen, guaranteed.
Hey, I do the same thing, but in a different way. Where YouTube is being ignorant, I'm getting a good night of sleep with my handy dandy Manta mask.
Of course.
We'll talk more about how truly awful this content.
You know what? I always thought to myself, like, hey, if I ever started doing like more big like YouTube things, would I ever do like sponsor stuff? I don't know. I've never done a single sponsor in like ever. Like I've been streaming for about 3 years. I've never done it. It's not specifically a bad thing. Just, I don't know. Just for me, I'm like, I kind of just want to make my content. This is where I talk about the whole passion thing. Now, granted, you can have such a big passion and you can do sponsors. Not a big deal. It's not really a big deal. It's just one of those things where I've always struggled with it. I'm old. I'm
Really bad.
I'm not used to the whole ads and sponsors thing consistently. It's a little different.
Good sleep.
I like some. I have insomnia. Please and thank you.
Like me, let me tell you about this video sponsor, Manta Sleep.
Does anyone have this?
You're on a plane for the next 5
I will
hours.
do anything to try to sleep better. I don't sleep very well. I have insomnia.
Being blinded by the sunlight. Oh no! Between the seats, you can see it. A stupid kid is watching a content farm on their iPad.
Let me just say this. This is such a relatable thing. Such a relatable thing. I had to fly a lot for like deployments and just in general, I used to travel a lot. And the amount of times parents would not watch their kids. They would just let their kids go wild and crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, I swear to God. Maybe I'm a little old school, but I'm just saying. Me in the bathroom with my kids just, hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Would I normally go to that? No. I would be like stern looks, make sure that everyone knows like, hey, better stop fucking around. But sometimes some kids are a little aggressive. Let's just say that. Sometimes you need to really get up in there.
Great. What now? The last thing you want is to be awake for the rest of this hell flight. Oh my gosh.
Some people may disagree with me about that, but I would love to know what you would do. I would love to know what you would do, especially if you have a kid that's very...
I was
y'all know.
In this plane scenario.
Kind of a piece of shit.
Flying from Atlanta to San Francisco. Putting on my Manta mask, and I was out.
Honestly, when am I trying this?
The sound of the pilot saying that we have landed, and I was fully rested. God bless
I would love. It would just be so hard for me. I would usually just play on my Switch until maybe I like pass out. By the way, always keep a Switch. Always keep a fucking Switch with you. They're like my best friend.
For your eyes with soft, breathable fabric that's comfortable in any position. That's what she said.
No
The eye
joke.
cups also provide
Kind of thinking about
zero
buying
high
this.
pressure and
I
are
will try
spacious for easy
anything.
blinking.
I will try anything
Also,
to
the
sleep just a
fastener in
little
the
bit
back
better.
is snag-free.
Just a
So it
little
won't
bit
catch
better.
or pull
Please
with your
and thank
hair.
you.
But the strap is adjustable, so you can find a nice, personalized fit. You can even mix and match the modules on the mask. All in all,
Modules?
these Manta masks are incredible. And
Sorry,
I've been
I'm
getting
watching
some
the
of
whole
best
thing
sleep
when
in
it comes to
my
this.
life
Because listen,
ever
if
since I
it
got
works, it works.
That 100%
It probably
blackout is
doesn't,
the
but I'll
way
give it a
to
shot.
go. So never allow
Probably doesn't, but
or
I'll give it a
something
shot.
interfere with your life again. Hit up my link in the description down below and use my code SaberSpark to get 10% off your order.
Debating
On
it.
that note, let me open up
Debating
your
it.
eyes
Debating it.
to
I
how
wouldn't mind giving it a
truly
shot.
abhorrent
Plus, I saw like a
farms
whole
can
bunch
be.
of like
So before I get
pluses
to
and
specific
minuses on that
fields
show.
of
Must do
content
something. I wonder if it's like a heating
I want
pad.
to ask the question: is there a difference between a content farm and a channel that uploads frequently? The two aren't.
Absolutely. I think when it comes to content farms, in my personal opinion, low effort. Like if it's talking about like animation stuff, low animation quality. The style of it is always like a little crazy. It looks like you literally just threw something out there. You ever have a project for like school and you kind of did it the last minute? You're like, okay, this is kind of shit. This is kind of shit. Even though it'll probably still pass, you know that this was kind of like a load of dog shit. Now, sometimes like Asmon, Moist Critical, people like that, some of my idols that I watch, they put a lot of time and effort the way that they think about how they're doing their content. Even though sometimes there's not a lot of editing. Like they know what they're doing and they also have like a rhythm. They have a rhythm. They have a rhythm and they probably pop shit out consistently. Trust me, I know. A lot of their videos I go over. I love them. I really do.
Mutually exclusive, but not every channel that uploads often should be labeled a farm. Is Critical a content farm for uploading almost every day? No way.
Nope. Plus he keeps me up to date. While Asmon talks to me about like different kind of videos with what's going on in the sphere, I literally like Moist Critical, like he does such a good job with like telling me the drama. He tells me the drama with what's going on. Plus he also just in general makes like really good content. I like when he does his ranking systems, whether it's like for, I think he did one for Lunchables. I think he did some for beers. That was actually a really funny one because a lot of them were like trash. They were like trash. Then again, I don't really drink beers all that often nowadays. I used to, but I'm a little older now. My body doesn't like it as much, but you know how it is.
It puts effort into his work. And I think that's the main difference. Intent. What is the intent? To upload low quality, low effort,
and that's what we were saying
slop,
earlier.
Or to upload often to appease the
By the way, Me Canyon, such a good fucking content creator. Want to talk about some good animations for horror and stuff? Right there. Go check him out. He's awesome.
Algorithm, but in a sincere way. It's
I like him anyway. It's like super creepy, but I love creepy shit.
Okay, so now that that is out of the way, how do these content farms work? Well, they hitch their wagon to a popular trend.
Some weird ass shit.
It has been digital.
See, now this looks fine. It's like 3D, looks pretty solid. I was told that this is still a content farm. So I guess it's a little different. It's like, I guess the whole thing with it is like, you know, popping out the same bullshit because, you know, kids are going to watch it. It may not be very, that's it. Intent and creativity. I think that's mainly what it is. You can tell if a video that you're watching has passion, is being creative. It's trying to do something that's changing the sphere a little bit, even if it's just reacting stuff. I'm just saying. You got to be able to like put your own spin on it. Like what makes my reacting stream different than another person's reacting stream? Maybe it's the quality. Maybe it's something that they're doing differently. Maybe it's what they're saying. But you know damn well what is something that is being produced that is actually decent and one that's kind of, you just wake out of bed and you're like, oh, today we're doing this. Like something that you don't really care about.
Circus. But before that, we saw FNAF, Poppy's Playtime,
that's what I was saying.
Among Us.
Fucking Among Us stuff. Because of all of those Among Us like videos, and it's not like I really liked it in the first place, but you know, that really put me off big time.
Ironically, but these content farms rotate their crops. For some of these channels, you can scrub through their uploads.
Just doesn't really look very well.
Topics fall off and new ones begin. Speaking of which, let's go down my list of notable examples of the victims of content farms. Initially, YouTube kid cartoons, which
you can just see it, like cookie cutter, worst version looking like South Park. Because you know South Park is like cutouts and stuff like that. Nowadays, I'm not exactly sure if they still kind of do that style. Point is with that is that it looks like you kind of just threw it out there. Again, if you had a project or like something and you're like, oh, I have to do this last minute. I have to do this last minute. We're just going to boom, pop it out, done and done. That's what I think when I think of content farms. Stuff that you don't really give a fuck about.
Where like the proto-content
But you're going to do it anyway for the money.
Focused on Disney, Marvel, and Minions. They ran their course, but were put to pasture after angry parents raised concern. I think enough
like
public
what they're
scrutiny
doing.
was dumped on YouTube for them to do something about it, along with them getting in trouble with the FTC for, you know, the big no-no of gathering data from children illegally.
Exactly. Kids are impressionable, and you're able, and you know, big business is able to figure out like what they're watching, how they're doing things, and just in general, how to market in front of them. It is crazy to think about. It's crazy to think about, but that's why we have rules when it comes to kids. Kind of a big deal.
Had to pay like $250 million for that one.
And you know what? If you think about it, yep, exactly.
They made billions from it. So,
exactly.
Yay,
you beat me to it.
Okay, let's start off talking about a new entry into the world of content farming. Has-Been Hotel. This Christian cartoon. I'm just joking. At the
I
moment,
actually really like this.
Has-Been Hotel
If I remember correctly, it's like a show about like
the same degree as other movies or shows.
Like In Hell, if I remember correctly.
This is probably because Has-Been is meant for an older
Don't remember the
audience,
rest of the episode.
But that has not stopped this channel from
Having a
trying.
hotel
It
in
is
hell.
called
That's pretty much it.
Has-Been Hotel
It's very edgy,
Minecraft.
but I like it.
And yeah, that kind of summarizes it. What we have here, folks, are a bunch of Has-Been Hotel character skins, but in the world of Minecraft.
And you already know, Minecraft's one of those things where it will never lose relevancy. There are times when it starts to dip, don't get me wrong, but kids love to see stuff in Minecraft. Hell, adults like to see stuff inside Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft's been around for like forever. It's been around for like forever, so you already know. People don't give a fuck. Just like throw it in Minecraft, boom, done. It's like a 2-for-1 sell. If you think about it, you got Minecraft and you have Has-Been, boom. Or you have Minecraft and FNAF, boom. Or whatever else the kids are watching. I guess Digital Circus, which by the way, never seen Digital Circus. I've heard interesting things about it. Interesting things.
It kind of
has a cool name.
The weird hand motion you see during these videos. What's even
It's
worse
like it's static,
is the
dude.
actual context of this farm. Most content farms try to save money and time by not having much voice acting. The majority.
Looking at that for a minute, I was like, what is this? Somebody taught me just recently what yiffin means. I want to say that looks like the category of what yiffin is. Don't know, not exactly sure. Not a furry. But listen, so anyone in the comments can tell me otherwise. Okay, well, if that's what they're doing. If that's what they're doing.
Of Digital Circus content farms, for example, are just
Except I'm a boomer, I have no idea what half these words mean.
Sound effects. But what we have here, though, are AI voices.
Let's talk about AI for a brief second. I don't mind AI to an extent. If you're using, because like, you know how like the big thing is AI art. I like to use AI art stuff. Not very often, but for me, if I have an idea for like my model or something, I'm like, I want to see me in a swimsuit, or I want to see myself in a Halloween costume. You can use that. Boom, boom, it's done. It'll give you like examples. Now, what's starting to happen a lot of in the art community, and apparently here also, is that everything's starting to turn into AI, thus meaning they're able to make big money off of nothing. It's like doing less and then also still being able to make tons of money off that. Not a big fan of that. Some people don't mind. I'd rather give it to the voice actors and also the artists that are kind of kicking ass. But let's be real though. At the end of the day, whether it's companies, I mean, you've seen it with like video game companies, and just in general, like you're probably gonna see in movies and other things. If they can save a ton of money, they're gonna do it. They do not care about the ethics. Like if I remember correctly, the Finals, which is like a shooter, their announcers were all AI. Companies are going to do it. People are going to hate it, but eventually we're going to get used to it. Do I like it? No, but like, that's just kind of how it is. Like, let's be real. That is how it's going to be. I may not like certain things, but that doesn't excuse the fact that it's not going to happen. Let's be real.
See for yourself.
I just like how they do the hand thing.
Finally alone at last. Can you feel the testosterone in the air?
Now, these AI voices lack when it comes to
I can't help
delivery and are just rife with errors. Lots of mispronounced words. But I don't think that's
I
really a
bet.
concern for the farm.
It's like
Instead-
Chat GBT, even though I never really used it before, not really, but it's one of those things where like, and you know, you'll see it for like shorts. You'll see it where it's like you'll watch like maybe like your favorite clip with like a movie or whatever that short is, and they're trying to do the words and it doesn't match, what they're saying, but you already know that's not a person making that. That's like AI trying to generate like the words. Sometimes they get it right. Other times you'll be like, this is Ralph, and they'll say Galf or something that doesn't make sense. But you damn well know that wasn't a person because they would have fixed that. But they don't care.
The people behind this account come up with
I just can't get over that.
and crass
The
stories
hand thing.
that are akin to
For anyone
bottom-of-the-barrel
watching later, forgive
fanfic
me. The fucking
shitposting.
hand thing gets me every single
Alistair wants
time.
to bang Charlie. Charlie hates Angel, and Angel gets called gamer words.
Get lost, you stupid
Also, the thumbnails for this
I
channel
did not know that.
are just unapologetically horny. Lots
Yeah.
of suggestive stuff which isn't off-brand for Has Been Hotel.
And it's crazy because again, this is supposed to be directed towards kids. So YouTube don't give a fuck. They do not care. They said, nope, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's crazy to think about that, but it's clearly out there. I bet you I can find these same videos. Out there. They're there.
But
They're
it
there.
is creepy knowing that this stuff is peddled towards children. Now, the good news is that I don't think Has Been Hotel is really working as a content farm topic. It just doesn't have the same appeal for kids.
Because it's older audience. Even though I've only watched a little bit of it, from what I saw, was it like drugs and different kind of things that could relate probably more towards adults. Now with like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing or the Among Us, like it has the scary element, but I don't think there's any like drugs or anything that's more towards adults. So that, from my understanding, again, what do I know? I don't really watch too much of it, so that's just a thought.
I have a friend named Black Griffin, aka Gabe, who wrote a song about Digital Circus and Has Been Hotel, respectively. He told me on the phone that according to his analytics, more young viewers watched his Digital Circus video, while Has Been Hotel skewed towards older viewers.
Because of the
Also, that
topic.
the Has Been
That's my
Hotel
yes, it's
viewers
because of the
were
topic.
more willing to support his insane song on Spotify. That was an interesting thing to hear.
Because adults want to be able to support content creators that are kind of hitting, their demographic. While kids, they don't really have no money. They really don't have the things to be able to give back. A lot of the times they just watch it, forget about it, move on to the next thing. Boom, boom, boom. Because that's kind of how like kid brains work. They just forget about everything that they just saw, but they're, digesting content, especially nowadays. Kids are being formed to be like, hey, we're just going to like get this, boom, and digest it, move on, get the next thing. Forget about it. Boom, boom, boom. Just enough. Like, what do they call it? iPad kids. They call it iPad kids now for a reason. For a reason. It's actually crazy to me.
As it supports my suspicion that kids are more focused on Digital Circus. Hence why it completely
Also, my thought
bodies Has Been
process is
Hotel.
this. Has Been Hotel, lots of red, same colors. This is very colorful. It pretty much like catches kids' attention. They love colors. Why there's coloring books.
When it comes to farms. Speaking of which, Digital Circus content farms. Definitely the subject that is hot in the streets.
I'm assuming this is
Favorite
like the
crop of
latest
these
one.
farms.
I
It's
thought it
actually
was Poppy's Playtime, but I guess Poppy's Playtime went like, it's already done. Well, either that or this is like the number one thing now. Again, somebody in the comments can probably tell me all of this. I know nothing.
shocking to see how many farms go after Digital Circus and the many forms it takes. Hell, there are some that are decently well animated.
Oh, I bet.
Which is a scary revelation to consider. It's like they're evolving or something. But why?
I wonder if
Digital
AI is
Circus?
actually doing
Why
like
does
some of
it
that also.
have such a big
It's hard to say.
target on its back
I
for
know
these farms?
little about AI.
It being
I know you can do
massive
voices.
hit is
I know you
undeniably
can do
a
voices. I'm
factor.
sure there's one out
But
there
what
like
else?
for me.
Well, I'd say the character designs. They have a very broad appeal. But there's something about their
very
expressions
unique
and cartoony designs that definitely play into the favor and appeal of content farms.
They're over the top. They are over the top. I'm trying to remember older shows back when I was little. Back when I was a little girl, I'm trying to think. It's usually the very colorful ones, the wild and crazy ones. Like, okay, I know. Actually, this is a good one. Remember Courage the Cowardly Dog? Scary. It had like a lot of like very creepy kind of vibes to it, but like Courage was over the top. When he got scared, there was like so many poses, so many crazy things that were happening. So, and I can remember that. Now, granted, I think I was a teenager. No. Actually, I think I was like maybe like 10. Not exactly sure. Point I'm trying to make is that over the top craziness, not to mention like it's like this horror vibe. Now, it doesn't always have to be horror, but I've noticed that horror tends to grab not only kids' attention, but adults. So it kind of just matches.
Especially for kids.
But it also has to be cute.
It is everywhere. While searching content farms to check out for this video, Digital Circus was undeniably the most common crop.
Oh, I bet.
And it's a shame because the
Did you see that, by the way?
Digital Circus.
I don't understand why kids watch that. I don't know. Not exactly sure. Maybe the fetish stuff. Maybe. Even that, I think it's strange. I'm surprised even these kids know what that is. Now, granted, I know that kids be searching around the internet for a lot of things, but confusing to me, to say the least. Confusing to me. Maybe I'm just old now. I'm an old mom. I know nothing. I know nothing. Somebody teach me.
Isn't deliberately meant for kids.
Yeah.
But these farms have run rampant regardless.
I bet.
They have a new crop to
Make that big
warp
money.
to their perverted demands. And poor Pomni and the rest of the cast have been brought to their knees because of it. Literally. Let's go down the list of
Just so weird.
channels that I find to be some of the
Just
most
so weird.
abhorrent offenders. We got Pomni Minecraft with its misleading thumbnails.
Can I show you this
feature a
right here?
caught a list of channels
Check
that
this
I
out.
find to be some of the most
Check this out.
abhorrent offenders. We got Pomni Minecraft.
81K. If a kid even needs to subscribe, because you know a lot of people don't be clicking that subscribe button. By the way, if you want to check out some really cool content, you know what to do. But yeah, they get a lot of people just to like look at that 91 videos. It's probably just a bunch of shit. I bet you it's a bunch of shit. But you know what though? A lot of people want to see this, and a lot of kids like they don't care. They're like, this is gonna be great. It's all mind-numbing content, literally trash content. Think of it as like junk food. Like it doesn't fill the tummy, but you damn well know that they're just gonna keep eating more and more and more until they pass the fuck out. It's the iPad kids.
Minecraft. With its
But you know what? I do kind of blame
that feature a girl cosplaying.
One last thing. I do blame the parents a lot for that. A lot of the times, a lot of parents, and I've seen it many times, that instead of watching the kids, trying to teach their kids things, they said, here, have the iPad. Have the iPad, watch your videos. They don't even fucking look at what they're like. They don't look at what the kids are watching. They don't really do a hell of a lot of things. They're kind of just like, here you go. Boom. That's it. It's kind of shitty, if you ask me. It's kind of shitty.
As Pomni, we got Tritune with its suggestive thumbnails that claim to be comic dubs, which, by the way, they don't
Blows
give
my
credit
mind.
for.
Blows my
and are
mind.
dubbed by AI. Wow. Fuck you. Then there's Hornstromped Fingers.
If this person literally made this account just to do this, 1.3 million subscribers, 381 videos, they're making bank. They're making money. And you know what? I just barely became partner for like YouTube. By the way, thank you for that. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. So with that being said, like I'm kind of looking to see like what, like how much money people make for videos and how that's done. That's wild. You know they are making big money and they don't give a fuck. YouTube doesn't either, apparently. They do not care.
Which is like the quintessential example of kiddie content farming. Violent implications in the thumbnails, along with simple puppet animation being pumped out at the rate of nearly a video every 2 days. That is
A
simultaneously
video every 2 days. I have a couple of friends that are animators, and let me tell you something. They tell me a lot of the times for videos, it takes a while. So the fact that they can do that actually blows my mind. It really does. Like, how does that even happen? And my guess, again, don't know much about animation. All I know is this. Hey, if they can do really, really, really cheap, very garbage animation, I don't know how long even that takes. I'm assuming not very long. You use some AI voice stuff where you don't even need like voice actresses, nothing. You just boom, boom, done, 2 days. Crazy to think about, crazy.
Impressive and disgusting.
But kids love that. Just more episodes, more episodes.
And yeah, they're raking in the money. Probably $2 to $3 grand a video, I'd imagine. They also have multiple channels.
And if they're doing that,
so yeah, they're freaking.
Hold on, 2, 4, 6. Let's just say $2,000, $4,600, $6,000, give or take, maybe even more than that, for a week, because you have one video per 2 days. So that means you have 6. So not even the full week, $6,000. Crazy to me. How much did it make them? Or how much did it cost them? $50, $100, maybe even less. I have no idea. I need to do some research. I want to do some research, but that is ridiculous. Crazy, if you think about it.
Loaded. And all because of content
And they
farming.
just said multiple channels. Multiple channels.
The 3D channel has some pretty convincing animation considering how often they upload.
See, that's not bad.
Again, that's a scary thing to consider. Then there's Gummy Dora, a channel that
almost
is the
a million.
Same as Hormstrong,
Almost a million.
whatever you say his fucking name, but with more
420 videos,
sexually
nice.
suggestive thumbnails instead of violence.
Sorry, I'm a child.
Hey, at least this one does not use AI voices like the other channels. But the farm that
At least they're
pisses
doing
me off
something.
the most is Flash Flame.
At least they're doing something.
This person is despicable in every way imaginable. Let me list off the reasons why you should report this channel to YouTube.
This person doesn't have it as much as the rest of them, but I bet you he's still making money.
Boom. Goodbye. Number 1, it is extremely suggestive with its thumbnails.
Of course.
That are, oh, who would have
Probably
guessed?
does everything.
Stolen art. I know
Easy.
because an artist reached out to me and told me that their art was stolen.
Think about that. So we were talking about prices. So stolen art, AI voices, and also, what is it? Very suggestive stuff. Like, I mean, they're making money. They're making bank for nothing. For nothing. Shitty animations, stolen art, and then also AI voices. What else do you need? What else do you need? That has to be like less than $50, less than $100. Let's say that, less than $100. Crazy. Blows my mind.
And uncredited. So yeah, go fuck yourself. Number 2. What? More stolen stuff? Oh yeah, this time it's the comics. And you guessed it, without permission and without crediting. And point number 3.
Just stealing stuff. Jacking stuff for no reason.
AI voices. Again, just another attempt to steal from others.
For the comments, give me your take on AI. I kind of gave you guys mine, but like, I would love to know your guys' takes. Please and thank you. Just curious.
One of the worst farms I've seen. And that's already considering that content farms are already terrible. So this one is
They just go one step lower. When the bar's all the way at the fucking floor.
Flash Flame, you should be
It's
ashamed of
crazy,
yourself.
if you ask me. It's crazy.
Hard pressed to find something more cursed than the. Well,
The fuck did I just see? Hey, you know what? I'll give them props though. Wait a minute. I will give them props. Watch this.
You would be hard pressed to find something more cursed than the.
Somebody did make this. It's a little low quality, but it's better than I can do. It's better than I can do on so many levels. Maybe I'm not creative, I have no idea, but that's a lot.
Well, I stand corrected. Both should die. The worst part about this situation, though, is how powerless the folks behind Digital Circus are towards it. Gooseworks, the creator of Digital Circus,
I was about to ask, how do they
is
feel
on
about
record
it?
expressing her disgust towards these farms.
And the crazy part is this, and they say this a lot too, once you put it on the internet, that's done. It's done. People are going to go wild with it. They're going to go crazy with it. That's just kind of what they do. Just think about what people do to like Pokemon stuff. Don't look at R34 in Pokemon if you've never seen it. Just saying. But like, do the content creators, do the people that have actually made this actually like that? Probably not. But once it's out there, it's out there. Done and done.
Tumblr post. She said, quote, "I've seen people blame me for the content farm videos.
It's not your
I could have
fault.
stopped them. As if I'm not the one feeling the most pained and disgraced by their existence.
Because that's not what they
It's
made
hard to
this
glitch
for.
about it
That's
when
not
they
what they
first
made this
started
for.
showing up.
Now, granted, I don't know what the digital circus is, but my guess is that that's not what it was used for. You know, when you see your favorite character that you made is pregnant and or looking like they're getting fucked by a furry, I'm gonna be real with you. That's what it looked like to me. Like I'm almost guaranteed that's not what they wanted. And if they did, a lot of the times the kids don't usually watch a lot of videos like that for content farms. At least, which that's what they were saying for the has-been. They did say there was some, but not compared to all this. Not compared to all this. Whatever the hot topic is at the moment.
To do something about them, but nothing will be enough to stop them. I can be your scapegoat if you want, but it's not going to change anything.
It's unfortunate.
When all is said
and done,
it really is. I hope at the very least, Digital Circus can be a somewhat enjoyable show in a vacuum. My job is to write and direct a show, so that's what I'm going to be focusing my efforts on.
That's unfortunate too.
I don't know whether or not I'll succeed, but I'm going to try.
Aww. You know what? See, that is inspirational because they're still going to do their best, even though people are taking all their content way out of fucking context. And of course, they're probably getting like the way that Twitter and stuff works, like death threats, and pretty much people are like, you are like the worst person ever. And if their parents are like, you're an abomination, why did you make this? That's not what it was for. That's not what it was for, but they get punished for it. It's like guilt. What is it? What do they say? Guilt under association. Like, you ever have it where like someone would have like drugs inside of a car, but because you're in there, it's like guilty under association, right? Something like that. Somebody can correct me.
End quote. First off, in case it needs to be said, Goose carries no blame for these farms. Nothing can stop them, so it's pointless to ask. Also, Goose obviously hurts more than you when it comes to these farms.
That'd be like if I created something that I really was super passionate about, and just everyone just literally made a laughing stock out of it, even though it's popular and they're probably like getting more eyes on it. Like, how much does that matter to you? Like, some people are like, I don't give a fuck. You know what's the one saying? Any publicity is good publicity. Sorry, I can't speak today. Let's just say English is not my first language. Keep that in mind. But yes, it's one of those things where some people are like, don't care, making money off this. But for creators or people that are very passionate about a project, if you're just like just shitting all over it, then kind of hurts. Not gonna lie.
As viewers, is avoid the farms and support the original show. Hell, at the time of recording this video, Digital Circus just released a video where they make fun of content farms and bootleg garbage. Like,
was that the actual like animation?
But they
it'd be cool to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
By mocking it. And
I want to do some research on it. I might just watch it whenever I get some time.
Now, it does suck though to see Goose hurt and to see her creation, something that came from the sincere realm of indie animation,
exactly,
being bastardized just for the sake of making money,
just to get shit on. I wonder if the people that are actually making the content farms, I wonder if they're making more than her. I want to say yes. But who knows?
Off the accomplishments and hard work.
Actually, I'm going to say yes.
Next,
100% has to.
I'm also going to bundle a few other things into this section because they are close enough.
Anyone in the comments tell me, is this still going?
Minecraft.
I don't keep up with
now,
that.
For the record, it seems that Minecraft and Roblox are more of like vessels.
I wonder if people are still doing a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Not all Minecraft or Roblox related content are from farms, but a fair bit of it is, such as FNAF and Poppy Playtime content.
Do you hear this? We were talking about this earlier about the budget. If you just made a skin from Minecraft and then use your AI voices. Sorry, I'm like taking this into like consideration. Not saying I'm trying to do this, but these motherfuckers are making some money. They're making some money. They make a skin, which again, I've never made a skin. Does that even cost money? Probably not. Put all them skins up in there, do some AI voice acting, put it inside Minecraft. That sounds like free 99 to me. Sounds like free fucking 99 to me. Crazy. I guess give them props for fucking knowing the system.
Boom, it is farming time. Listen, folks.
Then again, I guess that's why they call it farming. Making that money for nothing.
but I know enough to realize that they're both popular horror games that are scary but still trendy with kids. It's like Gen Z and Alpha's version of Goosebumps. So I'm not going to shame
I love
I
Goosebumps.
watched Are You Afraid in the Dark as a kid. I
Such a good show. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Not to mention, do you guys remember the Goosebumps like theme song? Oh, God, so good. So good. Even to this day, if you never heard about it, you might be too young for my channel. Just kidding. However, listen to it. It's really fucking good. It's really good. Promise.
know what's up. What I am going to shame, though, are the farms. They know the creepy faces are enough to catch the attention of kids.
'Cause
with
it's
these
wild.
wide open smiles and... What the fuck?
There's that. But it's actually, hold on. Can we go back to that? Look at this. So many colors. So many like creepy things. Like this is like kid paradise. This is kid fucking paradise. The colors, the weird faces, the scariness. It's just going to catch their attention. Plus, like, I'm telling you, I cannot say this enough. Colors. They're like, here, watch this. It's like when you do this, you're like, look at the keys. Oh my God. Like, it's their attention spans. It's like, oh my God, grab my attention. Boom, boom, boom. I bet you there's probably one thumbnail where there's keys in there. I shit you not. Somewhere around here there has to be. It just gets their attention instantly.
To catch the attention of kids with these wide open smiles and what the fuck?
And of course, sexual. Scary sexual colors.
Needless
Boom.
to say,
Done.
the creepy route to trick young viewers into watching content farms is super effective. Especially when the creator uses Minecraft or Roblox to make
Gets their attention every single time.
that barely costs anything.
Nothing.
You can pump out content at light speed. Plus, you get the added bonus of hitting 2 topics at once.
Exactly.
All in all,
Minecraft's
a very
scary.
scummy, yet
Hell, you
effective
can even do
tactic.
multiple things
Another
for
popular
nothing.
genre of
Big
content
money.
farm is, boy, am I gonna feel more old than ever before with this one.
Just thinking about this too. I'm not trying to promote people to do this because I keep saying big money. Some people are like, damn, big money? You don't say. Trust me, that's not where I'm going for. Please don't make it so that like the kiddos, including kids that I know, you know, don't give them shit content. Give them stuff that inspires them. Please and thank you.
Skibbity toilet.
Still got to learn about this one too.
Well, as
I know no
live and
memes.
breathe
I know no memes.
SFM animation to the likeness of
It's pretty bad, actually.
Where's my senior citizen discount?
Yeah,
Yet there
apparently this
are
is
some
old.
differences.
Nothing.
It is to my understanding.
I must
that
have just not been
Skibbity
around.
Toilet
I said this a few times prior. I've never done social medias until recently, till the last 3 years of when I started streaming. Never did forums, never did like Instagram, Reddit, 4chan, like stuff like that. I'm very new to a lot of things. So I learn every day from chat. Even though they're not here, I love you all so very much.
is like this series of an ongoing.
There's probably
war
more social stuff.
between
Twitter.
toilet heads and TV
bunch of stuff.
monitor-headed people. I don't know, but this stuff is popular, especially with the kids.
What the hell am I looking
Enough
at?
so that content farms have tried to ride the tailcoats of Skibbity's viral success. But what's funny
Can I ask what Skivity is? I'm assuming that's just the person's name. Let me know. Let me know.
though is that the original Skibbity toilet content is so over the top, so excessive, so outrageous that content farms seem tame by comparison.
Oh, I bet.
It's almost like the original.
I bet you they don't
creator
use
said,
sexual.
Okay, bet.
I bet you they don't use sexual thumbnails. I bet you they don't use a lot of the things that like the ones that we've already seen prior use. That's just my guess. Could be wrong. Again, definitely need to do some research on this, but I don't know how you can sexualize a toilet. Then again, we were talking about the Pokemon, the R34 thing. Don't ever look up like what is the Pokemon that's garbage? I think it's Garbivore. No. Just don't look up the Pokemon that's garbage in R34. I didn't think there could be such a thing where people would sexualize a garbage Pokemon. Think again.
I will
Think
out-praise
again.
you,
Think again.
and I'm not going down quietly. But yeah, just another miserable entry into the realm of content farming.
It's crazy to think about.
And something else I discovered is how rampant
Half this stuff
content
blows my
farming
mind.
is with YouTube Shorts. Like I found a channel that is just shorts, and they have
Is that
nearly
crazy,
4
Frog?
million subscribers.
In the gummy bear.
Personally,
this is somebody that is probably a little bit older too, because there's no way these kids remember half these ones. The crazy frog, God, he was so annoying. He was so annoying. Not to mention there was the gummy bear song. Was it the I'm a gummy bear? Okay, listen, I'm not gonna start singing the songs, but those are older. Those are way older.
find it insulting.
Has to be.
I worked my ass off trying to get 1 million subs, and I clawed.
Also, I love his videos. I haven't watched them in forever.
And climbed that ladder.
So good for you.
Effort into my videos. But then you have this channel, which is just a factory of low effort content.
Wait. Question. For people in the comments, I have a question. So that is Pengu, if I remember correctly. That's like a real show, isn't it? I want to say that's a real show, not just like a meme channel thing. Not exactly sure. Somebody let me know, because it looks frightening. But the fact that it's like claymation frightening stuff, I love it.
Garbage. And yeah, twice as many subs. Why even try? The fact that
that's gotta be very like demotivating. You work your fucking ass off. You put your blood, sweat, and tears in all of these videos just to have somebody put low effort shit and make like millions. Like millions of subs, millions of like, probably like thousands of freaking dollars. Like, it's ridiculous. I kind of feel bad. I'm not gonna lie. Terrible.
For their accomplishment, quote unquote, feels like it waters down the significance of breaking 1 million subs.
Exactly. It's like, what's the point? What's the point? All you have to do is start a brand new channel, do this half-ass shit, literally put little to no money inside this project, and make thousands. Probably more than that. Like I said, I'm new to YouTube, so I'm sure you can make a good amount of money. What do you have to do for it? I don't know. It seems like just like this, easy.
It doesn't mean as much anymore.
It doesn't.
And it genuinely hurts the credit of YouTube as a platform. In conclusion, these content farms are a plague upon YouTube and the rest of the internet. And unfortunately,
I am
YouTube
so sorry,
cares
but
very
that one
little
makes
to
me
do
laugh so
about
hard.
it. If anything,
It's the hand thing.
They reward this behavior because content is king.
It's very suggestive too. I know there's supposed to be like kids with bows, but I don't know. To me, like as a parent, when I see this stuff, I'm like, what are my kids watching? What is this filth? What is this shit? Now, we've all watched cartoons and media and shit that's like strange, odd, or low budget. Like, trust me, anything from Adult Swim back in like what, the 2000s? What is that one? Was it Squidbillies? And then you have Hunger Team. What is it? Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That was a good one. They're still good though. Don't get me wrong. Or what is it? What's the one with the mouse? It's like the green mouse. I don't remember. However, those were adult shows. Let's just keep that, like, you know, just so we're clear, that was adult shows. So I'm gonna give those a pass. I think they're supposed to be weird. They're supposed to be weird, but it's like the same quality, but for kids. Very odd, especially for growing minds.
The bottom line on the platform, and many other platforms for that matter. It's a sad reality.
It is.
But uploading garbage is more important to YouTube than uploading something that is inspired and good.
Because it puts things in their algorithm. Again, I'm new to YouTube, but one thing that I can say as a watcher for years is that they just want to put everything in the algorithm. I mean, do you guys remember back when they made it so that you had to put things for 10 minutes, at least minimum? And I look at our videos, I think we have like an hour every single video, but that's besides the point. Like, people literally that's all they have. That's all they have to do. Put constant fucking like content out there, 10 minutes or more, which I still think that's the rule. Don't mind me, still very new with this stuff, but I want to say that's still the rule. Could be wrong.
Like, imagine that scene from SpongeBob when Neptune and SpongeBob are making burgers.
Such a good
instead
episode.
Of the audience hating
SpongeBob,
Neptune's
OG
crappy
SpongeBob,
burgers,
good. I think it's the first 3
willingly eat them
seasons.
instead
Could be
and say,
4.
"It's
Can't
okay.
remember.
It's fine. I'll watch this. I'll eat this." That is more or less the situation we're up against.
I'm going to say this, just like off topic. That's how WoW players are. There's many others that are like this too. So they have a shit sandwich, but if they eat around the shit, it's like, oh, it's not that bad. It's like, no, it's shit. They've been doing like our game company for a while for shit. Your game, your favorite game. They've been treating it like shit, but because since you're such a hardcore fan, which again, you can be a hardcore fan, but let's not, if it looks like shit, it smells like shit, it tastes like shit, it's shit. Do you like the taste of shit? Apparently so, because you've been eating it for years. keep that in mind. That's for the video sense.
Also, this pain is compounded because virtually all of these content farms are based on echoing and mimicking original content. The iconic properties that actually earned their success on merit are the lifeblood of these farms.
Exactly.
Yet they are powerless to do anything about it. What a cruel irony.
It's just
genuinely...
when it's on the internet, it's no longer yours. If that makes sense. Like, yes, it's yours. This is your property and you can do a lot with it. But if it gets really big like this, then it is what it is. Like, again, and I don't want to be like in a weird sense, but like my model, you see me, we're like a little Savii brand. This is me. So somebody could just draw me like sexually and I'm like, well, that's it. That's it. It is what it is. Now, artists, I don't give a fuck how you draw me. It doesn't matter to me. But let's just say that I didn't. I could fight and argue and whatever. But let's just say hundreds of people wanted to do that. Am I going to stop every single one of them? No, because I have more things to do. I have more things to do. Not to mention, some people may not even like publicize it. It might just be something that's like between them. Who knows? Who knows?
A slap in the face to creators.
That's why they say everything that's on the internet now is permanent.
But are not
watch what you say. Watch what you say and watch what you do.
Extremely lucky. For the content farms on the low road, well, they stand a much higher chance of succeeding, unfortunately.
And again, reason why it's such low quality, because kids do not give a fuck.
Stop these farms.
Just something to watch.
Creators, unless they want to spend
that mom gave
the next
iPad
eternity in court chasing down these hydras. But why would they do that? It would be a pointless and expensive venture.
Exactly. He hit it right on the head there. You ever been to court before? When I got my divorce, you know how much that shit costs? Costs money. It costs lots of money. You ever have a dispute with somebody? I've had one of those before. Costs money. Rather just not do it. Rather just not do it, even though it fucking sucks. But that's the world that we live in. Especially since YouTube and internet content doesn't really have good rules. We should fix that, but
they were able to stop the kid cartoons before when forced into action. So perhaps they can do the same again.
Oh, they will.
But the tough part is that these
they will. And like we said earlier, they're going to fix it, boom, and then in a few years, or maybe even a single year, things get faster and faster. It's going to just, they'll find a way around it again. And then here we are again. I'm waiting for the third one. I'm waiting for the fucking third one. We're in the process of the second Elsa game. Now, what will pop the third one? Who knows? We're not even done with the second one yet.
Content farms aren't labeled this time for kids, even though kids obviously watch them. It's a shield of plausible deniability for YouTube.
That's why I wonder to myself.
They shrug it off.
And sorry, I didn't mean to stop him every 2 seconds. But I think to myself this. What is YouTube Kids like the app for? Do kids even use it? Or maybe you upload on both? I'm not exactly sure. Somebody let me know about that too. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. But it seems like that whole app for that is just not even being used. It's strange. It's strange.
Off and tell parents to better monitor their kids, which is
they
not
should.
100% incorrect. Also, these farms have the flimsy shield of fair use, claiming their creations are satirical. Now, in a technical sense, I can see where they're coming from, but it's a slimy and pitiful excuse. It's
a lot of rules about like the YouTube stuff that I have no idea.
Here is to make
I gotta learn more.
The backs of others. My hopes are low, but maybe with enough public outcry, YouTube might be spurred into action.
No. It's all about that money. I love the optimism though, but let's be real. No, companies are going to make money no matter what. Hell, you've seen it before with the whole like pride shit, right? Like, again, like I'm all about that stuff. It's stuff that like I'm all like I support, everything's good, but like, you know, companies be doing that shit where they're like, oh, I do too. No, you fucking don't. Nor do I give a fuck if you do. Just give me the product that I want. Like, anybody remember the Overwatch stuff where like they had that huge list of like, hey, we need to have diverse people, colors, like, oh, I'm gay, non-binary. It's like they don't give a fuck. They're just trying to hit every demographic so they can make as much money as possible. Kind of shitty. You think it's for representation? No, they don't give a fuck. A flying fuck. They don't care. They don't care.
but I kind of doubt it.
So don't believe that shit.
That would only be the case if a massive lawsuit was thrown in their face, like last time.
Yep.
When they were caught data harvesting
It's when they're told
children.
no by the courts,
It's a bleak
that's when shit
situation.
happens.
And it says more about the reward system of YouTube more than anything.
I would like if that would be
content is
fixed, but
paramount. And they don't care if it's transformative or not. It is a numbers game, ultimately. Which is very disheartening for genuine creators to hear.
exactly.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what the future holds. Until then,
Not looking
suffer
super bright.
live action, Grinch-looking
Not looking
comedy,
super bright.
and pray that death arrives sooner than later.
Yo soy Bluey y soy una perrita que solo quiere divertirse.
It was a really good video. I don't know what the fuck I just saw right there. This was a really good video. I like this one. This is Saver Spark. Please go and check him out. Listen, follow, like, subscribe. He is great. I've watched his stuff for a while. He talks about anything but about what's going on the internet, animation, videos. I mean, like, you name it. I think he used to go over this whole series about really bad video knockoff, like, animation stuff. So he's been going around pretty much talking about this stuff for years. So please go and check him out. Really cool video. Yeah, my thoughts on this, like, it's crazy that we went pretty much back around in a circle. But it's kind of one of those things where, hey, if we never learn from our history, we're going to repeat it. Sure, a lot of you guys have heard about that before, but make sure that we're learning from our mistakes. And also big companies, even though you don't give a fuck, you don't give a flying fuck, I get it. But how about we have just a smidge of morals, please? I know you don't give a fuck, but come on. Please and thank you. But like I said, really cool video. I really like this one.